Welcome to the Artist Academy podcast. I'm your host, Andrea Earhart, and I am so excited that you're here to catch the weekly replay of my laid-back yet very inspiring conversations with other full-time professional artists. The purpose of this series is to show aspiring artists that it is completely possible to have a great career in the arts. And if you ever want to tune in and have your questions answered in real time by myself or featured guests, then just check out the schedule over at facebook.com/groups/Artist Academy every Tuesday to catch us on live. I'll see you there. This episode is sponsored by the Artist Academy Advanced Membership, a program for artists who want to up-level their art game by taking it from a hobby or a side hustle to a full-time six-figure art business. With weekly trainings that include step-by-step proven art business techniques, plus painting tutorials from yours truly and other guest artists who are masters in their field, you will be well equipped to learn and grow into the highly skilled and highly profitable artist you know you're meant to be. I've figured out what it takes to build my own six-figure art business, and now my heart is set on teaching aspiring artists like you to do the same. It's not hard, but it does require your time and dedication. So, if you're up for the challenge, go to advancedmember.com. That's advancedmember.com to learn more. Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, LinkedIn, Pinterest. Does your head feel like it's about to explode just by hearing the names of all of those platforms that you, quote, should, unquote, be on and might be missing out on if you're not putting effort into? It's like that FOMO kind of a thing. Don't worry, I got you. This is a sneak peek into a recent training we did in the Artist Academy Advanced group that I wanted to share with you to hopefully motivate you to really sit down and get intentional with your social media strategy. You don't have to do it all day, every day, or even every week. I highly suggest we all just take it week by week, and you can download a copy of my social media calendar. It comes with a blank one for you, and it also shows an example of my calendar, literally for the month of May, which is all around Mother's Day, and you can see exactly how I organized my calendar and how you can organize yours as well. So just go to artistacademy.co/social media. That is artistacademy.co/social media, and you can get one for you and one for me, and it's also in the notes section of this podcast. So I really hope that you enjoyed this week's episode of the sneak peek into how to organize your social media calendar. Please print this out and use it if you are someone who needs help in this area. If you're someone who needs help, use it. If you don't think you do, then don't use it. But I wanted to include mine as well because, as I say, go live once per week. I go live twice per week, and I do it on Monday and Tuesday. So if you print this out, you can see an example of my work week, and my Mondays and Tuesdays, so today and tomorrow, are my office days. And so on office days, I will go live doing something, mostly interviewing artists, or just doing whatever. So I'll go live, that way people can interact with me and I can talk to other artists, and then I might do it again, so on Monday and Tuesday. But then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I have on here paint, paint, paint. So office, paint, paint, paint. And so I can just focus on painting, and that's it. I don't have to worry about creating mock-ups because I did those on my office days. I don't have to worry about going live. I don't have to worry about, all the little things, doing proposals. I might do a last minute something on Thursday or Friday or whatever, but on Mondays and Tuesdays, those are my office days, and so the rest of the week I can practice, or I can focus on painting and do what works for you. A lot of people will spend the first 2 or 3 hours of their day doing office work, or the last couple hours of their day doing office work, and for me, I have to get in a certain mindset, and a lot of the times on Mondays and Tuesdays, really, and so you probably don't need Monday and Tuesday. I do because of Artist Academy, because of you guys. Like, I have realized that if I want to grow and I want to show up for you guys in the best way possible, I need to schedule days where I'm not painting in order to do that. There's just no way around it, or else I'm going to be up late at night and up early in the morning and up late at night again and just getting no sleep, and it's just not good. Because that's what I did last year, and I don't want to do it anymore. I was just burnt out. So if you want to schedule just Monday for an office day or whatever day you want, or a couple hours a day, whatever, but schedule it. Put it on your calendar, because if it's not on your calendar, you're not going to do it. Okay, and then you can literally just see every single thing that I put on my calendar in order to make yours. And this is also the calendar we're going to be using here in the advanced group. This week we're going to do Instagram. Next week we're going to do Facebook, then TikTok, and then Instagram again. And then we're going to do email lists, and then we're going to do TikTok, and then we're probably going to do Instagram again. And that's going to be our schedule here. And I highly suggest everybody does that as well, because it makes you get more organized and be able to focus more on certain things. And also in here, I wrote down Mother's Day. You can see Mom right here. And I also wrote down on the 5th, I'm going to send out my last chance to order postcards for Mom. And then I have it on this Sunday. On Tuesday? Yeah, Tuesday is the last day to order and for me to ship them, and for Mom to get them on Mother's Day. And so also the week before Mother's Day, I have it on here to where I need to remember to post about those postcards on Mother's Day and be like, it's a week till Mother's Day, guys. Like, who wants a postcard? And then I have 2 days later, I'll be like, last chance to get your postcard. And then actually tomorrow will be the first, so I kind of backtrack on that. Tomorrow will be the first time I talk about it. And so it'll be like, hey, I'm offering postcards for Mother's Day. You can pick any one that you want, or you can sign her up for some or whatever. And that's going to be my first time talking about it. So I'm going to talk about it tomorrow live. I'm going to go live because it's Monday and Tuesday. Those are my days, my office days, to go live and do all the things. So I'm going to go live and talk about it as I stuff up my postcards that I'm sending out this week. And then say it again. And so just writing everything down and focusing on one thing per week that you can really deep dive in. And notice I'm doing Instagram this week, but I'm going to have photos saved up for next week that I'm still posting on Instagram. It's just really just I'm getting down my brand aesthetic this week. I'm really focusing on colors. I'm really focusing on captions. I'm really focusing on everything. That way I can just have it all ready in my drafts to just post the rest of the week and next week and then the next week if I want. So that way I don't have to focus on it anymore. But having this just like batch work, mental focus thing can really help some people. So I hope this helps. Let me know if you guys have any questions of this so far, or if this is actually helping. Also, I have on here my email newsletter. So even though this is Instagram week, I'm still writing down on here on the 1st. Actually, I'm pretty sure I did it on the 2nd. That I'm going to send out an email newsletter. Because if I don't write that down, I will forget. And you guys are doing amazing with it here lately. I have gotten some emails because I've signed up for your guys's. I've gotten your email newsletters from Megan and Sam and a couple others. And I love seeing them because I'm like, oh, you guys are doing so good. You guys are mentioning Mother's Day and mentioning what you're doing and all these different things. And I love to see that. So, but I have to write mine down or else I'll forget. And also I write it down because then I don't have to think about it the rest of the week. It's just one thing that I have to do, and I have it to where I'm going to do it on a Saturday, and it just like doing something on the weekend. I like to do that. Like some people like to take the whole weekend off. I like to know that I did something today. It makes me feel more productive. Okay. And then on here, I'm writing down like the Artist Academy is going to be open here on like after I'm done with the whole mom promotion on here. After I'm done promoting that, I'm just going to chill out for a second, and then I'm going to start promoting the Artist Academy. And whenever you're doing something like this, I highly encourage everybody to take a week or take, 3 or 4 or 5 days to just post normally, not ask people to buy anything, nothing. And then for, the next week or the next 3 or 4 or 5 days, ask people to buy something. Ask them. The email list is my hardest thing too. I'm like, oh yeah, people want to hear from me, I guess. or I should send out emails. And anyway, but I really just send out emails in the first, for like a week. I'll send out like maybe a few here, and then I'll forget about it for a couple weeks, and then I'll write it down and be like, okay, I'll send out a couple more emails, and then I'll forget about it for a couple weeks, and then that way it just helps my brain to focus, because there's so many things going on. We have so many things. Facebook, go live on Instagram, send out this, manage your website, all these things, and this just helps to focus down on everything. And then, so just a heads up on TikTok, we're just gonna do TikTok, and then I have one down here. On the 18th, I'm gonna pitch some street art ideas to the city. I have some big ideas. I have some big ideas that I want to do. City projects. I want to paint a flower mural all over this parking garage, and I have this whole idea in my head, and I'm like, oh, I really want to do it. So I had to write it down because I keep thinking about it, and I'm like, I should do it now. Somebody else is going to take this idea or whatever, which they probably won't, but I'm like, I want to do this. And so I just had to write it down on the 18th. I'm going to do that. And just to be like, okay, I'm going to do it then. I don't have to do it right now, because right now is not a good time to pitch ideas to city. Like, they're doing other things. They don't want to hear about my really cool art idea. And so I'm just going to put that project on hold, and I'm going to pitch it later. And I guess that's a month away. Ugh. Or 3 weeks away. Whatever. And then, as you're going down here, I have on... so it'll be 4 weeks away. I'm going to do postcards again. And I'm going to promote my postcards. And then right in here, I'm not going to promote anything. This is idea. I'm not going to promote anything. I'm just going to work on a mural project this week. No promotions, nothing. You guys are just going to see fun photos of all of that. So the next couple weeks, I have a lot of promotions going on. Postcards for Mother's Day. Artist Academy, and then I'm taking a break for 2 weeks, and I'm not promoting anything. And not promoting something allows me in my mind to be like, okay, you didn't ask for anything the past couple weeks. I can ask for something now. This is my job. This is how I make money, and so now I can ask. So my $7 a month club and Artist Academy. So those are the two things that I'm going to be promoting here in the next month. 2 things. That's it. And they're completely different audiences too. So those are the things that I have decided to promote here the next month. And I'm like, that's okay, because I haven't promoted the Artist Academy in 3 months. I've kept it kind of open, but not really, be like, hey, join, it's open, or I haven't said that in several months. So now I'm like, okay, it's enough time now. And with the postcards, those are my number one thing I want to push right now. And because just the recurring revenue, stuff like that, that is something I really want to push right now. So figure out what your one thing is, and just focus on that. I highly suggest you guys to write, just to go on the captions thing again, just going from how we, how do we want someone to feel when interacting with us? It comes down to the captions and showing up on your story, and just going back to that. How do you want someone to feel? How talk about it in your story, talk about it in your captions, talk about all of that. Also, another tip, people love drama. People love drama. It's so the funniest thing. And not drama as in my baby daddy ran off with all of this. Not like that, but just drama and did something go wrong? Did you mess up on something? People love to see people mess up on things. I don't understand. It's just people love to see the hard part in it. And don't make it up. Don't make something up. I've seen people do that as well, where they're I'm battling with, showing up, and when really they're they're the most confident person ever, and I know that. And don't make something up. But if something's hard for you, say it in your caption. I post in the morning and the afternoon, that. Usually I'll try to post as soon as I wake up. I post something. If it's decent, if I have something written out before. If not, then I'll wait until I wake up a second and get inspired, and then I'll post something. So I'd say morning, mid-afternoon is when you should be posting something. You can post at night, but don't overthink it. It's not really, just post when people are awake. Really. Okay. It's funny because like a lot of people will be like they'll just kind of think of captions on a whim, and that's great and all, but that takes me out of painting. So I do that when I'm in bed at night, and I probably shouldn't be staring at my phone when I'm trying to go to sleep, but I do it when I'm in bed at night because that's when I'm just like, oh, this is good. And then I'll like reread it the next day, maybe change a little bit, but ultimately just post it. And I'll do like 5 captions in one night and like, oh yeah, this, oh yeah, this, oh yeah, this. Just do it while you're on a roll, and that way just save them in your drafts, and there you go. Okay. And that's it. I'm going to cut it off right there. I hope you will take what I say, write it down as it pertains to you, and put it into action on your own calendar. And if you get motivated enough to really try it out, then I hope you consider joining us for the full training inside the Artist Academy. We go over a new social media account basically every single week, and really there's no trade for the community that you will get within our group. Everybody is so encouraging and motivating, and we use each other's social media accounts to grow. We really work together and share each other's art to increase visibility across all platforms, and specifically whichever platform we're focusing on per week. So TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, all the big ones. I really push the community over competition elements, and I really think it's paying off for everyone. I hope you consider applying because it's way more fun when you stop trying to do it all on your own. Again, go to artistacademy.co/social media, artistacademy.co/social media, and you'll get a copy of my calendar and one for you so you can fill yours out too and get organized. I will see you next week. This episode is sponsored by the Artist Academy Advanced Membership, a program for artists who want to up-level their art game by taking it from a hobby or a side hustle to a full-time 6-figure art business. With weekly trainings that include step-by-step proven art business techniques, plus painting tutorials from yours truly, and other guest artists who are masters in their field, you will be well equipped to learn and grow into the highly skilled and highly profitable artist you know you're meant to be. I've figured out what it takes to build my own 6-figure art business, and now my heart is set on teaching aspiring artists like you to do the same. It's not hard, but it does require your time and dedication. So, if you're up for the challenge, go to advancedmember.com. That's advancedmember.com to learn more. If you've enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe to the podcast and leave a review. If you review our podcast and send a screenshot of that review to me on Instagram, I am at Art by Andrea Earhart. I will then promote your art on my story and tag you as a little thank you for helping me grow this podcast and our Artist Academy community. I have a reach of over 50,000 on Instagram, so this is a little help me to help you incentive. Also, if you ever want your questions answered in real time by myself or featured guests, then just hop on over to facebook.com/groups/Artist Academy to check out the schedule every Tuesday to catch us on live. I'll see you next week.